Hey guys, welcome back to Profit Louder, and welcome back to Charade Maniacs. We are here in Akase's route. I want to say that we're close to the end, but every single time I say that, it's always like an additional 5 episodes, so I feel like I've even mentioned this in a previous episode too, so I'm just gonna shut up. We're just gonna get into it, whatever. I'll go with Akase then. I still don't want to go alone, so it's a big help.
よし、じゃあ行くか。今日もまた集めた情報は夕方に共有ってことで。
Yeah, this is the day after our incredibly awkward conversation with the group and our fun little fireworks time with Chigasaki.
わかった。じゃあ夕方に。はい。よろしくお願いします。
Okay.
セナはさ。
Upon arriving at the park, we started to prepare to talk to the Arcadians. Akase turned to me. He was thinking of something.
まだ怖いか。I
think my fear of them has been lessened by a lot. I felt reluctant to go near them when I thought they weren't human. Interacting with them is still confusing.
そうか。
Is something wrong?
いや、茅ヶ崎さんはかなり苦手意識あるんだなと思って。今日の会話を見てても。
Yeah.
でも、この公園でやった罰ゲームのせいで足を失ったんだし、ここに来たがらないのも当然だけどさ。
Yeah, he looked really good in that CG though, I gotta say. Oh, now that you mention it.
ま、その分俺が調べれば問題ないか。セナもできる範囲でいいからよろしくな。って、そうか、わかった。
Got what?
俺が異世界人に聞いたことをセナがメモするってのはどうだ？話してるうちに忘れるかもしんねえし。
Not him putting us to work. I can do that, that's great.
OK! じゃあメモ係よろしくな。
I like this song a lot, the BG. I feel like it happens more often on his. Yeah! He looked so dependable when he went to approach the Arcadians. He doesn't show fear no matter who he talks to, and he's also considerate in many ways. The information that Akase got from the Arcadians completely filled up the screen of the bangle, although I knew that not all of it would turn into useful clues. This is amazing. I was impressed as I watched Akase.
じゃああなたは毎回ドラマを見てるってわけじゃないんすね。見たら必ずポイントを入れる。
そういうわけでもないかな。楽しかったらポイント入れてるよ。つまんなかったらマイナスにする時もあるし。
マイナスポイントも入れられるのか。それは初めて知ったな。
Oh god, so they really do have to, like, act well. I think that's pretty obvious, but like if the fact that the Arcadians can subtract points is big, like that's, ooh. Because you can't just give a 0. If you just got a 0, I think they'd be okay, but if they go negative, then they would literally kill them.
まあ普段はしないよ。つまんないと思ったら途中で見なくなるし。
Oh, well, that's good.
なるほど。教えてくれてありがとうございます。また今度ドラマの話してくださいね。
うん、いいよ。
そうだ。ちなみに
Akase then held out his hand to the Arcadian.
握手ってわかります？
ドラマで見たことあるよ。手を合わせるんだろ？かわいい。
The male Arcadian put his hand on Akase's and I gasped a little. Although the handshake looked ordinary, the Arcadian's hand was a projected image. The hand that Akase shook was actually a part of a formless creature that looked like mud. The sensation differed too.
そうそう。一度やってみたかったんで。ありがとうございました。
I kind of like how like confident he is, you know, because like look at him. He's literally shaking the hand of this like amoeba thing, and not even skipping a beat. He looks over at you and he's like, But he smiled and bid farewell to the Arcadian. After seeing him off, Akase smiled at me despite the shock on my face.
不思議な感触だったな。ぐにゃぐにゃしてるけど肌にはくっつかない感じ。
Ew! Squishy. I grimaced thinking about their true forms, but tried to focus on the task at hand. Akase then laughed one more time.
ショック受けながらもメモしてんのな。偉い偉い。
No, you were working hard at it, so I have to at least write things down.
俺は別に慣れてるしな。
He's used to it. What does that mean? Is he like a police interrogator? Used to it? I love how
それ
many
に
of them
俺
say
は話すだけで大切なことはお前が全部書いてくれるから助かってるよ。
That's nice to hear. But still, most of the Arcadians don't seem to know the details of the Otherworld stream. They watch it every day, so I thought they would know more about it.
疑問に思ったことがないんだろうな。本当にただ配信を見ているだけで。一人くらいディレクターやプロデューサーがどんな存在で普段は何をしてるのか気にかけてもいいと思うのに、これまでのキャストが死んでいったことについても何とも思ってないみたいですさ。
Yeah. Actually, they enjoyed that. I assumed they would, but seeing it directly makes me...
なんでそう思えるんだろうな。やっぱり人の形をしていても人間らしい感情はないのか。それともいや推測したって意味がないな。実際に話を聞いてみるしかない。
Oh. I grabbed onto Akase as he rushed off to look for another Arcadian.
どうした？
I know how you feel, but he seems to be rushing things. I remembered when he spoke to the other Arcadian. When he mentioned a past Otherworld stream, Akase made a similar expression. It was like he felt impatient, even irritated. The way Akase questioned the Arcadian then made him seem like a different person. But he's not like that at any other time. How about we do it another time? It's getting dark right now.
少しだけだって過去のキャストの話を聞いて、そ
Yeah,
れで
why? He seems like really desperate. There's no need to push yourself so hard. Rushing through the questions doesn't mean that you'll get a good answer in return. I want to go back. Seeing through my prepared excuse, Akase softened his expression.
そっか。そうだな。焦ってもしょうがないよな。
I'm sorry. I probably sound arrogant right now.
いや、そんなことないよ。異世界人の数も減ってきたし。
After he spoke, I looked around and saw there were less people. I recalled that I never saw any Arcadians at night, so maybe they returned home during the evening.
帰りたいって妹が言うならそうするか。
Oh gosh. I'm not your little sister. I'm the eldest in my family.
わかってるって。
He placed my hand in his and guided me forward. Even though he said he knew, he was completely treating me like a little sister. I often lead my younger sister in the same way by hand. So this is how it feels to be treated like a child.
不満そうだな。ならこっちの方がいいか？よーしよし。
He patted me on the head to tease me. I felt like that crossed a line for me. Akase, we're only a year apart, so we're not that different. But you do feel like an older brother.
なら敬語なしで喋りゃいいじゃん。もっと気楽な感じで。ほら。
Sure. But Akase, you're so dependable, and I can't help but be more reserved.
そこで褒めに入るとか。さすがセナだな。
We continued chatting, but Akase kept his hand on my head. He smiled faintly as he became quiet. Akase?
あ、ごめん。ぼーっとしてた。
See, you are tired. You were working hard talking to them.
いや、なんでだろうな。こうしてると落ち着くんだよな。
Calming?
まあいいや。帰るか。今日の夕飯は何かな？
I saw ingredients for hamburger steak in the fridge.
マジで？やった。
You sure love hamburger steak. I felt a spring in my heart while we were... Through? I felt a spring in my heart through? I don't know if that's correct. That sounds so weird, doesn't it? I don't know. I feel like it's like I felt a spring in my heart though, or what? No, but that doesn't make any sense. I felt a spring in my heart while we chatted and headed back to the lodging. That's how I would read it. Just remove the though. Walking back on the nearly deserted path didn't feel lonely next to Akase.
悪いな。俺が帰るの遅かったせいで夕食後にもう一度集まる羽目になっちまって。
いえ、遅くまでお疲れ様でした。別に時間を決めてるわけじゃないし、決めたところで今何時かなんて確認できないからな。
Not having clocks is so inconvenient. The position of the sun can give us a general estimate, but can Watcher make something for us?
何度か出してもらったことはあるが、うまく動かなかったんだよな。やけに遅れるというか。
That's weird. Was it a digital clock?
アナログも試したが、同じだった。ゼンマイ式なら中をいじって調節すればと思ったが、
Dazai's so
結構
smart.
中が複雑なんだよな、あれ。
I see. Well, maybe we don't have to care about telling time so much since it isn't absolutely necessary.
それか日時計ですかね。天気悪い人、夜は使えないっすね。まあ、言うほど困ってはいないんだ。
Yeah, I feel like a sundial is actually a good idea because the likelihood of it raining constantly is low, so.
じゃ、そろそろ本題に入っていいか。俺と背中からの報告は夕方話した通り、太宰は図書館行ってたんだよな。
ああ、バックナンバーをひたすら見てた。予想はしてたが、古いバックナンバーほどキャストの離脱が早かったな。
離脱、デッドエンドか。
そうだ。毎回萎縮していて、満足に演技ができていない様子だった。ドラマの仕様自体はさほど変わってないが、映ってない部分に今の俺たちと違いがありそうだ。環境を改善してるってのはそこなんだろう。
ドラマ以外はあまり不便だとは思いませんから、なんとかキャストとして頑張れているところがありますよね。
異世界配信のためなら環境改善に努める向上心はあるんだな。褒める気はねえけど。他には？
他は一つのドラマを最終話まで見終わるとエンドロールが出てくるんだが、キャストの名前には一切見覚えがなかったが、スポンサーの名前には覚えがある人間がいた。
ああ、エンドロールにスポンサーの名前も書いてあるんだっけ？
そう。ネットワークに繋がらないから確かめる術はないんだが、トガピリカという名前で。
Purika? It's like Pikachu. Like Purika Toga. Okay. Purika Toga? Wasn't that a fortune teller? I remember seeing that person on TV.
多分それだな。変わった名前だから覚えてた。他にも気になる名前があったが。
テレビに出るような有名人もスポンサーになってるのかよ。なんかな。あ、でも実は俺さ、ディレクター見てるとどっかで見たことある気がしてならないんだよ。
Oh.
見た目じゃなくて喋り方とか仕草とか。
確かにオーバーアクションですし、癖がありますよね。テレビの MC のような。
そうなんすよ。見たのもテレビじゃねえのかなって思うんですけど。
じゃあそれは僕が調べてみますね。図書館にテレビ番組のデータもいくつかあったと思いますし。
お願いします。
そうだ。あと昼間話したノイズのひどいデータの話なんだが。うってなんだよ。
いや、それが当てが外れたっつうかなくしたっつうか、自分でもマジかよって感じなんだけど。
What?
すまん、昼のは聞かなかったことにしてくれ。
Wait, why?
なんだそれ。それならそれでこっちで調べるが。
What the hell was that
と
reaction?
りあえず俺からは以上。どうぞ、茅ヶ崎さん。
Hold on, let's look at the log again, because that reaction was so weird. It was like, because the data with the bad static noise, why did he react so poorly to that? He was like, I lost it? Lost what? I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know.
僕はあまり成果がなくて申し訳ないんですけど、地図の空白部分を調べて埋めました。
Chigasaki sent us the most up-to-date map as he talked. The map had general locations of everything, but as Chigasaki mentioned, there were still some blank spots.
同時に異世界配信が行われている際、移動した先の場所がどうなっているのかを確認してきました。
Destinations?
例えば、今日は伊落さんとハイジ君のドラマがありましたよね。舞台は路上でした。移動した先が異世界のどこかであることは皆さん把握してると思いますが、ドラマの最中 彼らが本当に移動しているのかが気になって。
That's a good point too. I thought that they were like transported to like a stage that had like a green screen or something maybe. I don't know, but I guess that doesn't make sense because then they would see a green screen. I don't know.
つまり配信中に映ってる場所へ実際に行ってみたってことか。結果
ドラマの舞台と同じ場所を訪れても、イオチさんとハイジ君の姿は見当たりませんでした。
So maybe they're like put into like a room like with like screens or something so it looks just like the place. I don't know. But you can still interact with a lot of the items though, right? So I don't know.
ドラマの中の時間帯が実際の時間と違う時もあるし、同じに見えても違う場所だったりするのかな。
かもしれません。異世界配信で移動した先に異世界人がいた試しはありませんし。
That's true too.
僕からは以上です。
Then let's summarize everything and share this with everyone. I jotted down simplified notes of what everyone said and then turned off the Bengal screen. I don't know when it started, but I ended up playing the role of the secretary for the info team and sharing my notes with everyone. Akase's next words ended the discussion.
よし、みんなお疲れ。また明日な。
お疲れ様です。明日もよろしくお願いします。
お疲れっす。
Otsukare. We said our goodbyes and left Dazai's room.
博士、ちょっといいか。
I saw Dazai stop Akase out of the corner of my eye right before the door was closed. I'm so suspicious right now. I then returned to my room and noticed something as I reread the notes. Oh, speaking of which, when Dazai mentioned Rika Toga, I think he said there was another name that caught his eye. I should confirm with him and share that too. Oh gosh. Dazai, there's something I need to ask you.
誰だって。
なんでお前がドア開けんだよ。俺の部屋だろうが。
Behind the open door, Akase and Dazai froze up. I heard a faint voice at the same time. Is that the voice of a girl?
ああ、せな。
The voice I heard was from a video. Dazai held his hand over his bangle to stop it. Sorry, were you in the middle of something?
そんなことねえけど。やっぱりセナにも見てもらうか。黙っておくのもな。
Yikes.
でも
俺は大丈夫だと思うな。セナなら。
Me?
以前ディレクターから異世界配信の説明を受けた時、デッドエンドの説明を聞いたろう。その時過去のキャストがデッドエンドになった様子も見せられたの。
The past cast member? You mean Yuki's?
お前の友達だったよな。その時のバックナンバーを見つけたんだ。
Oh gosh. I opened my eyes widely. Yuki was my friend from the next class over. I'd completely forgotten about her existence until I saw the video on her dead end. My memory that supposedly existed was erased by the other world stream and I forgot about her. The video of Yuki meeting her dead end. It's not that I didn't think of going through past episodes to find her in there. I considered watching more footage to prove she existed, but I'm scared. Hearing about it made my legs shake. Fear overcame my heart just thinking about the moment that my friend was erased. That's why I avoided thinking about it. At least that's what it seemed like in retrospect.
やっぱ確認すんのはここか。見るのはやめておくか。
I looked down for a moment, but looked up again. Akase and Dazai both appeared to be worried. Seeing their expressions made me feel even more pitiful. I forgot about my friend. If I said I was afraid of seeing her die, it would have been disrespectful to Yuki. If Yuki was forgotten by many people, including her friends and family, after being erased through the dead end, then I should at least try and remember her for everyone else who has forgotten her. I'll watch it. Please let me confirm it.
そっか。無理はすんなよ。
Oh gosh. Here we go. Akase sat me down next to Dazai. Although he seemed a little hesitant, Dazai resumed the paused video.
またあなたとこうやって話せるなんて嬉しい。
Yuki was seen standing in the classroom. In front of me, I saw the hologram of an immobile figure, maybe it's her co-star in the drama. With a shaky voice, she continued her act, She seemed to lack confidence.
嬉しいな。
She no longer spoke in the fun, loving way that I remembered. Her uniform was in tatters and her hair was a mess. Her left hand was holding her dangling right arm. It might have been taken in a punishment game. Oh, her eyes, too. I didn't notice it at first. Her eyes were unfocused and wandered about. She must have been blind in both eyes.
それじゃあ明日は
She cast her eyes down and choked on those words. Yuki wiped away tears that had already dried as she continued her act.
いや一人じゃ何もできないよ。もう無理なの。
At that moment, I understood what she meant. Yuki must have been the very last one left among the 10 cast members. She witnessed the dead ends of the other 9 and survived until the end. That's why she was acting this drama out alone.
それは出演拒否ということでしょうか。
もう知らない。あんたの言うことなんて聞きたくない。こんな世界一緒だって。
Suddenly, the video stopped. I saw Dazai's hand move out of the corner of my eye. But I didn't know where it was moving to. Sometime during the video, I'd become unable to look directly at it. Tears blurred my vision and I couldn't continue. I said I should be the one to remember her.
やめよう。無理に見るようなものじゃない。
ああ、ごめん、セナ。
Akase touched my back gently. His kindness was in vain. My tears wouldn't stop. I'm sorry.
この動画はエヴァナに見てもらう。あいつもクラスメイトだって言ってたし。
そうだな。セナ、立てるか。部屋まで送ってくよ。
I feel like she shouldn't be alone though. Like right after seeing somebody you like knew personally and was a friend of yours die, like I wiped my tears as I nodded and stood up. I can still wipe my tears like this. I still have tears to shed. Yuki couldn't even cry anymore. This was the first time I felt fortunate that I could cry. Yikes. And we're going to stop here. What a beautiful place to stop, you know? Beautiful. Everybody wants to cry. God, this is awful. This is... Oh, goodness. I mean, I'm trying to wonder... I don't know. Akase is being really weird, so I'm, like, nervous. But I don't think that he's a sponsor or, like, a producer, right? Like, it's just... I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about him now, because, like, one moment he seems, like, super reliable, but it's also, like, those really reliable people that you have to, like, watch out for, too, because they, like, build this type of, like, safety. Like, you feel safe with them, but they could be fucking around. I don't know. I want to trust him though. Whatever. And him mentioning that thing about his job where he was like, oh, yeah, I'm used to it. Like, it sounds like it's his job, or it's like something that, well, it has to be his job, right? So what's a job where you're constantly questioning everything? Like, my first thought was, like, one of the police people where, like, you know, like, you have, like, the criminal in front of you and you're like, I'm gonna make you talk, boy. I don't know. That's my impression of it. But, like, police, maybe detective, maybe, like, I don't see him as, like, a quiz show person. I don't think that's it. I'm trying to think of what else could possibly lead you to asking a lot of questions. Like, a scientist? I don't think so, though. Like, whatever. Next time, we're gonna cry some more, I'm sure. Woo!